Prepare to witness a ranking of the world's most international cities. Putting together this list was no easy task, and given the variety of possible sources, data, and criteria that could have been used, this ranking is in no way definitive. After you view this ranking, I encourage you to explore different ways of defining and quantifying what makes a city international. With that, here's my definition of an international city. An urban center that houses and provides opportunity to people of foreign nationalities and welcomes international business, tourism, politics, and culture. Let's look at the data I felt best illustrates how well cities uphold this definition. I used the percentage of the population that is foreign-born to measure how cities attract foreigners such as expatriates, refugees, and other migrants seeking work or education. I also looked at the number of annual international visitors in the city per year, which helps evaluate the city's attractiveness to world travel and business. Finally, I researched the domestic and foreign ethnic groups, policies, and even geography of these cities to gain a better understanding of the diversity and multiculturalism present. Now, let's get to the rankings. Number 10. Well, I couldn't bring myself to eliminate one of the cities I had chosen to get from 11 to 10 on the list. I mean, they're all amazing, so here are two tied for 10th place. Sydney is a magnificent port city that is vital to trade and society in the Pacific. Because this city was founded by the British, people from the British Isles form the largest ethnic group. Sydney has a high foreign-born population of 39%, but a relatively small 4 million annual international visitors. Different sections of this urban area are dominated by Greek, Italian, Aboriginal, or Chinese culture. According to Euromonitor's tourism ranking, this is the most visited city by foreigners in the world, with a whopping 29 million international tourists per year. Previously under British rule, it is said to have a dual Western and Asian identity. Although there is a language barrier because Cantonese and English are both used, Hong Kong is very welcoming to foreigners, although they make up less than 10% of the population. Lately, the numbers of Western expatriates has fallen, while Filipinos and Indonesians make up the largest foreign-born groups. You probably associate Paris with tourism, and you wouldn't be wrong. 18 million foreigners visit this city, known for its art, dining, and fashion, each year. There is a large African population due to migrants from France's overseas districts. There is also a substantial population from EU countries. Overall, about 1 in 4 Parisians are foreign-born. Paris is the headquarters of the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, which highlights its prominence as a city of international cooperation. Another iconic European city, Amsterdam is home to a large group of Surinamese, Turkish, and Moroccan people. In fact, around 1/3 of the population is non-European. Many people have come to the city from the former Dutch Empire. This city has cultural integration policies focused on supporting language learning and social orientation. Ah, yes, another European city. An astonishing 62% of Brussels' population is foreign-born. Post-World War II expansion has attracted immigrants from the EU, Turkey, Democratic Republic of the Congo, and Morocco, and diversified the culture of the city. Dutch and French serve as the two official languages. Brussels is also a city of international cooperation, being the headquarters of NATO and the EU. However, it does not attract many international tourists compared to other prominent European cities. When this specific US city was settled, Europeans were actually the minority. Native Americans, Africans, and people of mixed ancestry made up the majority of LA's first settlers. Currently, LA has the largest Hispanic, Native, and Asian populations of any county in the US. People from more than 140 countries live there. There is also a wide variety of languages. Spanish, Vietnamese, Armenian, and more are widely spoken live and on the radio, and are published in newspapers along with English. Los Angeles only attracts 6.5 million yearly international tourists, but has a foreign-born population of 39%. We've made it to the top 5. Honestly, these are all such fantastic global cities with their own unique qualities, so they are very difficult to compare. Singapore has been called Instant Asia because its large foreign Asian population produces diverse culture from all parts of the continent. It has one of the world's largest ports and is considered the chief financial and trading center of Southeast Asia. City policy works to emphasize diverse cultural activities and bring them to everyone. Its foreign-born population is mainly made up of Asian people as well as some Western expats. This has brought about Singlish, a hybrid language used commonly in the city. Dubai has a foreign population of 83%, the highest of any city in the world. Its construction boom during the 1900s, as well as its multifaceted economy, drew South Asian workers and expatriates, so it is home to a large population of Indians. Muslim is the dominant religion, but Christianity, Hinduism, and Sikhism are also present. While Arabic is considered the official language, English is the main language used for communication between people of different backgrounds. This sunny desert oasis of a city also draws 16 million international tourists and visitors. It is said that there is no dominant culture in Toronto. Almost half the population is foreign-born. Toronto has different immigration laws than the US, incorporating more blindness to the source country of migrants and focusing more on their competence. Consequently, immigrants in Toronto have especially high levels of education. The city is known for its international film festivals, which celebrate the filmmaking masterpieces of different nations and cultures. Often called the capital of the world, it is no surprise that New York is one of our most international cities. It is home to the United Nations and many of its subdivisions, and the iconic Statue of Liberty has welcomed people from overseas for centuries. Recently, more people from China, Russia, and the Dominican Republic have joined the 37% foreign-born population of the city, and now over 800 languages are spoken. New York also serves as a go-to American tourism site for foreigners. The bustling metropolis of the UK, arguably the capital of Europe and even the world. Developed with many distinct city centers and even described as a collection of towns, London gets first place in this ranking. The city attracts 19 million international visitors, and 2/3 of its 37% foreign-born population is not even from the EU. Through the years, London has provided asylum for refugees and presently has a large Syrian population. Not only does the city provide opportunity for foreigners, but it also embraces and highlights their culture. One example is the Notting Hill Carnival, a Caribbean cultural celebration that is the largest carnival in Europe. And social and ethnic groups are not as geographically divided as in other cities. London's international environment is also evident in the 300 languages spoken in the city each day. London is supported greatly by its international residents and visitors, and vice versa. This makes it, in my opinion, the most international city in the world. I hope you got something out of this video. Thanks so much for listening.